So I've been trying a new writing process for comedy. I have a show coming up on May 8th for AAPI month. And I'm going to record that and, put it up on here and all that. It's for Asian American Pacific Islander month. And I got to do 10 minutes. I don't have all 10 minutes yet. So I've been working on it this month, trying to fill it out. And my process in writing has always been slow and kind of cumbersome. It's always felt like I got to sit there and squeeze out a punchline, and it's got to be a certain way. It's got to feel a certain way. It's too much judgment, I think, when I'm sitting there and writing. And so it's always made the process it made the process feel like there's a lot of resistance to even just sitting down and writing. And then once I'm sitting there, I'm sort of just staring, and it's not a flowing process. So I was thinking, maybe why don't I just allow myself to write badly, to just write whatever comes to mind, the first thing that pops up, and get that out and get that on paper. And if I'm working on a specific setup, to just write as many as I can, as many as come to my mind. And so I started doing this earlier this week, and I noticed the process was a lot smoother. I'm not judging the quality of the work. It's obviously not the best stuff is coming out, but what it does allow is relaxation, a degree of relaxation in the mind, where it's not so much pressure, where it's just we're just here to just kind of be free and express, and just let your mind express without judgment. And so as I'm doing this process, I'll take I took a certain setup, and I was just writing multiple, bro, what is this kid? You hear this kid? Sometimes I feel I'm sad that I don't have a wife and kids, and sometimes I'm just it. Anyway, but yeah, so I'll have multiple punchlines, and then what happens is you realize you've kind of created a lot more possibilities to where that joke can go. Maybe that first punchline wasn't it, but then it might lead you to something else. Or maybe that new word led to another idea. And it's kind of helped a little bit to go and, to go try stuff at Mike's. But I wanted to share that idea because I realized this is an important thing, not just in sitting down and writing, but even as you are around people and you're just, let's say, hanging out and you're just having a good time and you're wanting to make a joke or say something. And a lot of times we feel even I get self-conscious. I don't want to say something where I kind of feel like saying something, or it's in my head because it's I wanted to say something just right or whatever it is, as opposed to just saying the first thing that comes out. And I know that's not always the best case in social situations. I'm just talking about comedy here, but giving your mind freedom and not pressure and not judgment, I think that's very important, and it's helpful. And if you use that process, maybe in the beginning you're going to suck, but at anything you do over a long enough period of time, your baseline generally starts to improve. And, it took me a long time to realize this process, but I've only been doing it for a week. But this is an idea I figured I'd share and see what other people have to say about it. Other people that are in writing and comedy or whatever it is. It's a hobby for me. Obviously, I'm not a professional, but I've been doing it for many years. So it's always good to try different things. And so, yeah, just sharing that with you guys, see what you think, and see if it helps. Peace.